Hey guys, welcome back. So, Coach Becky here. I'm going to hang out with you for the last couple of hours of New York session today. What a day. Holy moly. I wonder who was here earlier with Mike in the room because that was pretty great. Um, I had a great time and I enjoy streaming with all of you guys. So, thanks for having me. Welcome in. How's everyone's morning? Don't see the new link. There it is. Okay, perfect. There's my chat. Okay, guys. What is happening? Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Now we're up and cooking. So, what a morning. That was a little bit choppy, honestly, in the morning. That was tricky to navigate. I loved that Mike was just handling it. He caught some longs, he caught some shorts. He really talked about the level so beautifully this morning. And so let's just look at what is happening today. Thanks for being here with you guys. This is my NQ chart. And it was a very interesting day, honestly, today. Like I wish I had traded NQ more on this account because it really moved very nicely. Hey, Mary, how are you? So this is how I came into my day. I had these levels drawn ahead of time. And so what it is, let me back up a little bit. This is yesterday's price action. Yeah, right here, basically. And so this is my value area from yesterday, these purple lines. So my low, value area low, my naked point of control, and my value area high from the core of yesterday. And then this orange box up here is the resistance yesterday that we saw hold at the top based on the 30-minute chart. Because yesterday was such a tight, kind of obnoxious day, a very small value area here. And so that was interesting coming into it because we were opening right inside of it. And so then today, it was tricky, it pushed up, it didn't quite get to the top, and then it came down. But then it was interesting to see how it held along this value area low and kept closing inside of it, then did push lower, take out the low, and then came for the highs here. It ran the highs and it did take out that value area high. That's why I love value area trading. And I know Breezy does it as well. And I really, really like having these levels on my chart. The most applicable ones, which are the previous day, that's a part of my strategy of where I could see support and resistance, right? And so I always want to have that drawn on my chart. So this resistance area was in confluence with the value area high from yesterday, and then the overnight resistance, like hit it beautifully. So even in overnight, it was respected multiple times. And so this is an opportunity for trading all the time because these are the levels that mattered yesterday and that were reacted upon, and there was volume at them. And so this morning, that was kind of a nice, like it tried to get higher. The bears wanted to push a little lower. It took out the low here. And then I didn't trade this, but it was in a different account. And so, but anyways, this was beautiful to take out this low here. And then immediately it was bought up. And so then this long was a great opportunity as well to back to the center here. But then when it closed above VWAP, did a little retracement, pushed that value area high. This here would have been a great short off of this value area high. It did break the initial balance high. These orange lines are my initial balance from the morning after that formed. And so it just went just a little bit above it, but then fell back inside hard. This was beautiful here, how we consolidated for a while. It reminds me of that K trade that Matt was talking about yesterday, where it consolidated, went sideways for a long time, could have gone either way. You could have put a trend line on this kind of wedged out here, and then it broke down. The moving average took a nosedive. We crossed under the darker blue line of VWAP, and then it just sunk hard. What I did trade here was I got some MES this morning. I shorted at the top here, and then I added, and then I scaled out here, and then I moved it, my stop into profit for this last one here. But then when yeah. Okay. Hey, that's great. Yeah, the case setup. Yeah. Nice, Mary. Love that. Good job. I kind of was all over the place and traded some personal money and then some BluSky, my BluSky account here too. But then when I was watching it, I had a small win in this account, and then I was watching it was falling so hard here and it broke. So this is a similar pattern where I was just busy with my kids in this middle part here, and so I missed the top. That's the deal with my life, right? Like I'm constantly balancing what I have to do with my personal life and then what I see on the charts. And so when I pulled it up and I saw that this area rejected on MES, I had my levels drawn more thoroughly on MES, but I went heavier on this contract and I traded ES because I just felt like this was such a good setup. We had levels down here that were worth tagging. And so when we crossed under VWAP, we did a little retest. The moving average was falling hard. I got in for the short, and then I scaled at my value area low, which was on MES, was right here where I scaled, right there. And then this one was a daily support level down here as well. And so this really printed some P&L for me today. I think I'm at like, where am I at? 1800 P&L on the day, just with MES and this one ES trade. And so like, you don't have to take all of the moves in order to get some good P&L. You just have to be particular about your areas and how you manage your risk management, because on this MES trade, it was a winning trade. And I think this had me like a little over $500 in the green, because I had a good entries. And then I had a good target down here. Like, look at that fill right there to the wick, which is me taking out the liquidity on most of my contracts here. And so right there, you can see the fill right there at the tip of the wick. So I trade what I talk about, like I trade to take out the liquidity, which is the extremes. That was an excellent fill on this short exit there. And then recognizing that we had strong bulls at open, then I protected the trade by moving my last contract into a profitable stop gain, right? And so this one was good and the other one was good. And this is where I had my exits. You can see on this chart, basically the same pattern, because this is MES. I traded it on ES, but I caught the break here, and then I took it to my value area low, and then a little lower for support on the larger time frame. And so that's kind of, I want to show you guys that you don't have to take the whole move, but you can just take bites of it. So where are we at right now? Basically, this level right here, this kind of bluish turquoise one, is the daily support level for me. And that is where I have my lower target, but then I just took the other one a little bit closer because I was in for ES. But this is the key level for me on the daily time frame. Let me show you where I got it from, because it's clearly reacting. I think we might get a long position opportunity here. Let's see what happens, what shows up. But on the daily chart, if you zoom out, let me show you this daily level. I have it based on without New York session on, but there's some key levels here. I'll put a screenshot somewhere else. But if you take off overnight, which I don't know how you do. Does anyone know how to take off overnight for New York for trade C? I don't know how to do that. I don't know if it has the capability, but without overnight on, there was a very key New York level here. I like looking at the charts with overnight on and with overnight off. So trade C is really designed for fast, smooth executions on futures trades, but it doesn't have quite the same analysis techniques as tools as some other platforms. But anyways, this is the daily support on my larger time frames, and that's why I targeted and have this level drawn on my intraday. And then this is value area high for another value area that was lower. So it could go down to here, but we're clearly getting a reaction right here. So let's talk about right now, because I mean, if someone's still trading, they want to see what we have going on. Let's see. What I see is that we had a hard fall after we got into this resistance from yesterday. And this momentum up was absorbed. It went sideways for an hour. This is a 15-minute chart. It poked above, and then there was a fight here. So this is the changing of the hands, right? This is it going from bulls to bears, and it kind of rolling. And so this would have been a really good setup here too. When we got underneath that 9 moving average, we flagged out. We gave some lower. We stopped pushing these highs. We started consolidating even lower, and then this break here would have been a gorgeous entry right here. Break back inside initial balance underneath this breakout. All of these were wicking above it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15-minute candle. So an hour and a half we held above it. And then we closed back below it with some strength, back underneath the value area high from yesterday. Anywhere in here would have been a sick entry for the short position. Like I said, I wasn't available, but I did catch my entry as we crossed underneath VWAP. For me, VWAP can either be a soft intraday dynamic support or resistance, in which case, had we bounced here and held above, that would have been an opportunity for the long. If we close below confidently, I like that for an opportunity for continuation to the downside, especially given that this was kind of a rotational contextual day. I don't know if everyone talks or thinks about market context, but I like market context. I like thinking about what the market is doing, what the overarching energy is of the market. Are we going upward? Are we going sideways? Is it like a rotational or a trending day? For me, kind of figuring out in my mind if we're rotational or we're trending is super helpful for what type of trades I'm going to try and entertain. And if you guys were in the New York session, to me, it was really more obvious that it was rotational. And I'll tell you why. Because on the smaller time frames, on the 5 and the 15, we were just taking out stops left, right, and center. On the high end, we poked just above and then we came down. If you tried to get in the short, we poked just below and then we came right back inside. So we're just messing with people and we're oscillating. And it's kind of a small initial balance. We're dancing around VWAP. This blue line is VWAP. So this push up, I wouldn't have wanted to hold like long time because of that fall back inward. Now we're getting, so rotational context, right? We push higher, we push lower. We're outside of initial balance on both sides, right? You see all this printed above initial bounce high, all this printed below initial bounce low. So the inverse of this is true too. When this broke back inside, if we can get a break back inside here, we could target VWAP for this part of this New York session today. However, the daily candle right now is bearish. So that's a factor as well. We've got a big old wick on this thing. And right now it's pushing down. Now it could push up and end up being like a doji type day. All right, I'm spending too much time on ES. You guys are a lot more NQ traders. So let's dig into the NQ situation. Similar, right? Okay, so let's look at the daily here for a minute while we're figuring out what our best trade would be for the end of the day here. It slid down, tried, made another one. So A, B, C to the downside. We pushed up here. We could not get out on the daily. This is a lower high. So that gives me bearish vibes on the larger time frames because this was a good pullback. It could have held here, but then it did a lower high, tried again, pretty much another double top inside this retracement here. And then we closed strong, confident closure below this pivot on the daily. And now we're still pushing down into the supports down here. Now we could, of course, hold up anywhere in here. This could also be A, B, C, in which case we're going down lower here. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with this. It looks right now we're bearish, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So this is a leg down on the larger time frames. So then we go down from there. 4 hour, this 4 hour closed when? Just a few minutes ago. So this is absolutely a bearish continuation pattern down. Now candles get wicks, right? And so if this 4 hour candle just started 13 minutes ago, this could be the wick to the upside and we could have continuation to the downside. So this pattern right here gives me bear vibes as well because strong fall, sideways momentum, moving averages caught up. Now we have a confident close below. So this could be the retracement here for a potential move down on the larger time frame. Hourly, 3 sells in a row, and now we're doing a retracement, which we could retrace to this breakout area. So we are, in my eyes, on the larger time frame in a retracement up to this breakdown spot. So I'm more interested in potentially a short move now that I look at it like this, but we'll have to kind of see what happens when we get up into this area, because if this moving average cuts up, we get up here to this breakout level here. So there could be a scalp to the long side right now. Yeah. Yeah. On the longer time frame, the shorts are working out really well from that breakdown. If you got in higher and you like your risk management, it's a great point, Mary, that could be something that could be held. Now I'm super curious. I mean, obviously, if we're going to have a rotational day, they're two different setups, right? That we could talk about. You guys, let's see what you guys think too. We'll see what Matt thinks when he pops on. But rotational would be we went high, we went low. Now we're going to come back inside and close with the tight day again. And that would be the longs would be the play at the end here. But the fact that there was a fight, the bulls tried, they were taken out hard by the bears. Now we're in a retracement. This is a bearish setup for continuation. So this is a pull up after this confident breakdown. And on the 4 hour time frame, if we're going to continue down, then we want just a little bit of a retracement to fall. Where can we retrace to? Well, there's an anomaly here, fair value gap on the 15-minute here to here. And then this initial balance low, we could retest, and the moving average we could retest. So that is what I am seeing right now. I'm going to draw this value area low, this fair value gap. Excuse me. So this is the fair value gap on the 15-minute chart based on those wicks. And so I'm curious now if we get up inside here, we retest, moving average is already climbing down towards it, and then we get a rejection pattern here. This could be a really good opportunity for some continuation to downside. If you're in this long, I would say just be careful with it because I do think that this long is a play right now. I'm going to see if we can get a meaningful trend line on this too. I like the trend line on the slightly smaller time frames. Ooh, look at that. That's very interesting. We just broke outside of this tighter one. We'll just draw this thing all up. And then I'm going to do a longer time trend line here as well. We got 2 hours before market close. And so I want to kind of see what we can see here. Okay, so this is the tight time lane on the 5-minute hard slide we had out of this upper range here. And then this is the softer trend line on this slope here. And so, we could also retrace it to this value area low from yesterday, this breakout zone here, this higher trend line, there could be a rejection here too. So if you're long, you could target this initial balance high right now for a scale potentially and then protect yourself. We did just, the moving average curved on the 5-minute upward. And now we're pushing up into this. And so we have that 15-minute fair value gap. And we have initial bounce low. And then up here is the value area low from yesterday. So those are the levels I'm looking at right now in NQ. I am obviously pretty nice on my account for the day. And so I'm not in a rush to take a trade. I would like to just identify my best entry. I did not get this long because I was still kind of running through all of the charts, but this makes a lot of sense based on the daily support. Now, ES, I think I really like because this level I hunted this morning for the shorts and it's curved up really nicely. So that one is very interesting. ES now is already pushed up to their value area low from yesterday, retesting it, and initial bounce is just above. So for the ES long, I would scale at this initial bounce retest of the breakout. But then I would be careful to see what we might have going on if we retest that. Let me see if I can throw some trend lines on this as well. Okay, so this one is going to be way high. If we do up here, this slope is going to be way high. So I don't think I'm going to draw that because view up would be above that. Can you guys kind of see with your eyes? Like if we drew here to here, it would be super high. And so view up comes in ahead of that. So I'm not going to muddy up my chart anymore. On NQ, it's a little bit tighter. So I wanted those levels on there. But this one gives a nice mid-range trend line break here. So it kind of broke, kind of retested, the moving average curved up under it on the 5-minute. I don't love the long. Maybe if I'd have gotten in right down here on my key level on the bounce, I would have taken that, but I was not on my charts for that. Then I would be targeting here, which I think that there's just a lot of bearish momentum in the market here. So I'm kind of looking for a short opportunity, honestly, once we get up to these key levels. So I'm going to hunt NQ with you guys because I'm not getting an NQ trade yet today. And I really kind of cleaned up on ES for my profit target goals for the day. So let's see what NQ has going on here for the end. I know. You go long, I'll go short this time, Justin. Yeah, so this will be very interesting. You see on the smaller time frames, the moving averages hug price way closer because it's the periods that you are on. And so this is on a 5-minute, so it's right up underneath it. But on the 15, if you remember, it was higher. And so I kind of love this point here on the 15-minute. This is a confident close. And now we're about to tag on the 15-minute, the high of this anomaly, the moving average, the initial bounce breakout. This is a very interesting point for potential rejection. Rock firm safe is one trick. Oh my God, did I say that? Oh no. Don't tell the bosses. If I say something, we just have to skim over it and pretend like no one heard it. That's our system, guys. Help me out. Operation Don't Get Becky Fired. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so this is beautiful. This area is totally my confluence. I was just wicking away from it, but we need to see some price action, right? So on the 15-minute, it hit my target. It hit initial bounce low. It hit the moving average, and it's at the higher end of this 15-minute anomaly. So this is a beautiful retest zone for potential bears to come back in. So let's see what that looks like on this smaller time frame potential execution chart. I'm going to not rush a trade. but I do like this potential rejection spot a lot. It didn't quite tag it though. It did not quite tag this initial bounce. I'm gonna give it a little bit of time, give it a little wiggle room, see if it can come even to the top end of this anomaly and actually tag the initial balance low properly. We'll see. Doesn't have to. I am not a stickler for like levels to the exact tick because I think a lot of people will front run targets in terms of like getting out ahead of time. You want to make sure you get your fill because what is this? This is 22 to it's like 4 points on NQ. So like nothing. Like that's super, super close here. So this could be, you know, the rejection here. So what I would love to entertain is to get a candle pattern, right? This was a big aggressive push up. Now, if we can get a small body, I would love, ideally it will tag it first and then we can get it to roll over and then I'll be interested in a short position. I did not get my long entry down here. So I'm not really interested in chasing the longs, knowing that we had this strong bearish momentum and on the larger time frames we're bearish. And so I do think that this could be the retracement on the 4-hour to give it a wick. And so anywhere in here is where I'm interested in potentially selling. And then my risk would be probably right above this doji of the breakout to give it a little bit of room. So we'll see. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not in yet. So let's see what's going on elsewhere. This is gold. I did not honestly look at gold today. I traded ES and NQ, and then I had to do other things in my home. So, oh, holy bears. That would have been a heck of a wick. Let's look at that on the smaller time frame. This is a 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart is obviously quite bearish on gold. Right here, there was a good like buying wick almost, but that was swallowed up. And that entire wick has been taken by bears continuation. So this would have been interesting. If you were in this, you would want to take it to, I would want to take it to take out this wick tip with so much aggression. But then I don't know how it would hold beyond that, especially if I got a good entry. And that's a big move for gold. And so having this retracement here, obviously this 4-hour chart makes a lot of sense because I think a lot of people do also target those liquidity tips. And so let's see if we zoom down here. That was the 4-hour. This is the 30-minute now. So this here is this buying wick. Whew, that was a massive bull candle. Goodness. Okay, so that took out a lot of people's bear stops on that. But then it did come up and it retested. Look at that, like VWAP and the moving averages was right where it retested, as well as the support area from previous days is my green areas here. So it retested that and then it slid down. Now we took out this wick on the fall and we're getting the rebound. So this too, I could be interested in a short on the retest here as well, but this would be the area that I'd be interested in seeing if it gives a retest. So let me just draw this really quick of my potential retest zone on gold.
Here. How are you, Becky?
What is happening?
I was just kind of watching you do your thing, and all of a sudden Nick took me live. I'm like, oh, I'm just sitting here. I think I was picking my notes. That was fantastic.
Well, you look so good on camera. He was probably like, this dude's ready.
Yeah. Well, if you turn the camera on, apparently that is the go signal, and I would say that's the accurate truth. Yes. But enjoying your breakdown on gold. I'm not enjoying the breakdown in general on gold today. But I definitely see the bear side of it.
Yeah. I didn't track it this morning. I was so fixated on ES and NQ, and that's where I traded. And so for gold, I'm like, oh my gosh, can you imagine? Like this is a lot of aggression. Like it's kind of volatile. Like hard fall, massive buy up. This is a 30-minute huge candle.
It hasn't really sniffed a support level that, and we're talking about major support levels, not minor intraday stuff. We're talking about structural stuff on longer term analysis. The 4K level is a massive zone. And like the 4K to the 4100 is kind of that zone, and you're just slicing through it like a hot knife through butter right now. But that's the thing about what the dollar and what the dollar's doing right now. Gold, silver, commodities in general, if you think they're going to catch a bid in an environment where the dollar is literally having its best momentum it's had in years, it's not going to do it. And it's not going to sustain anything. And so don't get me wrong, I am not enjoying what's happening on the gold side of it, but I maintain covered call environments. I've been doing months worth of covered calls in days, it feels like these days.
Yeah.
But ultimately, we're going to see a support build. We're going to see support hold, but it's just not right now. And it's not going to be in the face of the dollar pain trade. And so it's very interesting, but you were talking about that big upward movement in price. That
Yeah,
was
right
just
here.
short covering. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's really all it was an aggressive short covering after a big move on the overnight session.
Yeah.
Silver getting beat up as well, crude oil down, every commodity down in the face of what's going on with the dollar.
Yeah, silver. Oy.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's just slid all day. It got a little bit of a retracement bounce in the morning of the short covering from overnight short sellers, and then it just continuation down there.
Yeah. I
Dude.
mean, we could see a scenario where silver, the ultimate conclusion of this downward trend on silver is $50. Um, $50, I feel, is a likely scenario at this point, to be honest with you, on silver. And if that happens, you're talking about 3,500 on gold. So
See? Yeah, I can't get
there's some
DXY.
there's some big pockets here on silver and gold right now.
Interesting.
I would not fight the dollar. I say it all the time. People listen, people don't. It's totally up to them. But I would never want to fight the dollar. The dollar's the number one asset in the world. It can move mountains.
Dude. So this is why you don't get in before confirmation, because this is continuing to push up here on this retracement off of this daily
Mhm.
support on NQ as well. And so I was talking about how I was in favor of shorts here, but also this was a strong, like I drew a couple of trend lines on NQ. I don't know how long you've been listening, but like this is a tighter one and this is the wider one. And so anywhere in here,
I like the
we'll
wider
see.
one. Um,
Yeah.
any anything that gets closer to 600 is going to be a better short, in my opinion.
Hmm.
600, the 600 level is a choppy level, but it was a level that was dialed in for a few days here.
Yeah.
And it was choppy today and it still is. But again, I just feel like the closer we can get up to 600, where your trend line converges,
Hmm.
I like that upper trend line, and that kind of converges right with that 600 level as well.
Yeah. Yeah, this was a very interesting basing out here along my value area low from yesterday. Like this was an interesting base. So if we retested that here, that'd be very interesting. And I do like this was a clean breakout of the morning initial balance and this low here pivot. And so that's right where we're at right now is this orange line is that morning pivot area. And so we
Yeah.
retested that, but this is the next area above to test here.
I'm definitely looking. I'm flat right now.
Hmm.
And I'm definitely looking to jump on the NQ bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. That's why I was like, I didn't get my long in here because I was just getting online and I wanted to go run through my morning trades and what I was seeing. And so if I couldn't get in on this breakout, then I could see it only going to here. So I decided to not touch the long and instead to hunt with the greater time frame is down. And the 4 hour is so bearish on all of these.
Yeah, I was actually in a session earlier today, and I was talking about the violation of the $600 level as a potential bear short.
Hmm.
And I was doing a scan and got kind of deeply involved in the scan for some swing trades
Hmm.
in the Russell 2000. And so I missed the trigger on it.
Oh
And
yeah.
so I have an opinion at the 600 level. That's not a level to be messed with, quite frankly.
Put on my chart.
And so I see it through the bear lens. I have this as a bearish retracement, and it's just a matter of, can we get to 600 and can we go through a pivot formation? Because I'm not going to just short just because price is getting close to 600. I want to see a pivot. I want to see the slowing momentum. I want to see confirmation here. And so I'm going to let it play out, but I feel like you have to be ready for any pivot between the 550 level and the 600 level, because you're absolutely right. You got that zone, that tighter trend line down, Becky,
Hmm. Hmm.
that kind of associates with the previous day's low
Hmm.
pivot point.
Yep.
That thing could pivot down and give you a good confirmation candle right underneath that level, or we could fade up to 600 and see that same thing there as well. So I do think you got to be ready, but don't just short because it's going up and you think you got a good level.
Yeah.
Like, wait on the pivot.
Yeah, that's what I was saying after this strong push. Like this is an area that I'm very, very interested in. However, I would want to see a doji, and then a break of structure down, and then a place to put my wrist, which I would think would be above this. Now, this is
Yeah.
a 600 level here. So we could come up, this consolidation here, that 600 is right at the base of that. So this area would be gorgeous because, as you said, it is in confluence with this larger trend line. And so having the patience to see if it wants to get up there makes so much sense.
I would say, Woji, that's a great question. Woji's questions is, if the current 15-minute candle closes above the 9 EMA, would you still look short the NQ? If the pivot formation comes underneath and because the low wick on the 15-minute candle, Woji, the low wick is right on the 15-minute 9 EMA. So let's say we get a 5-minute pivot formation here, right? And we see that slowing momentum candle and then that downward movement in price. The aggressive trader can go right underneath the low, because right underneath the low is the 15-minute 9 EMA. So you got that 1-2 punch, right? You got the pivot formation on the 5 as it's getting back underneath that 15-minute 9 EMA. And so the 15-minute 9 getting back above the 15-minute 9 EMA is obviously a negative sign. But because of where the formation is right now, you could go right underneath the low and get that as a confirmation on the 5-minute, which would also be an aggressive trigger underneath the low of the 15-minute 9 EMA, which just so happens to be the low of this candle.
Yeah. I'm going to give it a minute before I put my entry short in, because I kind of want to put it right here, but I think it's not done messing around here. So I'm going to see if what it can do with this section here, because this is a little bit of a doji area, but this is the true breakout here. Yeah. So we'll see. Up here would be a nicer risk management, but it doesn't have to get there necessarily.
Well, but you're also, the deeper it goes in retracement theory, the more you need to see in pivot formation. Like here, you could see that slowing momentum candle on the 5, which we just got, and now you're testing underneath the low. Like I feel like aggressive traders who understand retracements are literally looking at the low of the current candle, saying, "All right, just trigger in underneath that, and put the stop above the previous candle's high."
Yeah, I'm kind of speaking my language right now. But being in between these two trend lines too, I mean, I think
it's not an A+ setup.
No,
there's a reason to not do it here, but
this is where I was hunting for the first potential retracement, which is the high of this 15-minute anomaly and my initial bounce low. Let's see here.
Well, I mean, let's call it a B setup. Position size accordingly. Yeah. You know you're going to have to fight the 9 EMA on the 5-minute chart. It's screaming up right now. It's given up its momentum on that bear break of 600, and you're talking about a bearish retracement. And so I like the setup. I don't love it, but I definitely think it's worthy of a trade.
Yeah, I'm going to try with 3 MNQ. I'm going to put my stop right above the pivot. And this is the high here.
By the way, I would personally consider this an extremely aggressive way of getting involved in a retracement.
Yes.
Like, this is not a conservative way to get involved into a trade. I don't
think it's that aggressive. I waited for the pullback. I had the anomaly.
No. It's the difference. It's not a matter of anything that. Let me put it like this. There's an aggressive way to get involved into a trade, and there's a conservative way to get involved in a trade. When you are getting involved into a trade upon the confirmation candle itself, without waiting on a close of that confirmation candle, in every single technical situation that has ever occurred, that is an aggressive form of entry.
True.
Whereas if you wait on confirmation, meaning this current candle closes underneath the pivot candle, and you structure the trade underneath the actual confirmation candle itself, that is a conservative way of getting involved into a trade. So it's really just a matter if you're anticipating confirmation or you're going to wait on confirmation. And so I personally generally like in day trading anticipating confirmation, whereas in swing trading, I typically will wait on confirmation. But it just depends on how I see the environment personally.
Yeah. It's a great review of like how to get in. And I, being that I do see a potential retracement up to here, I'm going to put it right on top of the body of this, because if it rolls over the body of that, then I'm less interested as well, knowing that it is an early entry on this potential opportunity. And then I'm going to scale here at the top of this consolidation, which is in kind of in confluence of this 9 moving average here.
I love it.
Yeah, then I still have 2 more to take down. I've got it right now set at the bottom of the day, but I might move that down and scale if we get some good aggression here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once this candle closes, when I move it to break even, if it closes bearish, then it's then it's within profit here as well. But I'm going to give it a little bit of movement time here.
Oh no, I like it. I like the trade setup. Like I said, I called it a B setup. B setups are worthy. They don't get full position sizing.
Yeah. I like it because it's in the right direction of the 4 hour, which for me was bearish, and we were in like a retracement upon that. But like I said, I believe that most candles do have wicks. And on the bear, let me just do that one more time. It's like this. This is a strong bear candle, and we were pushing up, but it's like continuation would make sense to the downside. Oh, I just got my scale. Nice. I liked the low direction of this in a push up, and so this was actually a really kind of a deep retracement, honestly. So that looks good. So I got my scale at the top of that, and you guys saw me place it in real time of like why I placed it. And that was at the top of this consolidation, which was really close to the 9 moving average. I thought it would be a reasonable target. And because I added one late, my fill is lower, but I can at this point move to break even, which is in profit. Sorry.
Yeah. You and I had the trade structured exactly the same, by the way.
Yeah, and it easily could have come to here because this is a very important level here at the 600, which so it's a logical number, and it's that more conservative trend line, and it's a bigger consolidation period versus this is a 1 5-minute consolidation. But it did also have the initial balance and the anomaly high. Now, see, it's reacting there right away, so that's what it's like. Now, it could take me out here, but I don't really want to take more risk with all this buying work right here. Instead, I would rather let it take me out slightly in profit on my stop if it does roll over here and come back up, because this was an area that it could defend too. So this could also be a long if you were kind of bullish on the mean reversion back inward for today. This could be a place where buyers were interested in getting in because this consolidation period of the morning when the bearish momentum stopped, there's going to be bulls down here, obviously, that cause this push that might want to get in heavier. So this is another reason why you scale at these levels, because the bulls could defend, which caused that that buying pop there a little bit.
If the bulls want to buy at the 450 level, good luck to them.
Yeah.
Every time frame's down on the NASDAQ.
I'm bearish. I am totally bearish.
Yeah. I don't get me wrong. Every single level in every single time frame can be a potential buyer or potential sell. Every single one.
Yeah.
It's a logical, rational, probable. That's a vastly different conversation. I personally want to entertain anything on the bull side of the NASDAQ until the market's above 600 and has a pattern above 600. So like time frames are pressing down on the NASDAQ, and yesterday was the first time that the NASDAQ entered into the sector rotation conversation. So this doesn't end until we see Micron tonight.
Yeah, so interesting. That'll be fun.
Like CBRS is a recent IPO that came out just 2 months ago, and they had their first earnings report today. They beat on EPS, they beat on revenue, they increased forward-looking guidance, and they got sold 10%. Yeah, they beat everything, did great, and got sold by 10%.
Can you imagine their board's like, WTF?
Yeah, like, what do we got to do? What do we got to do?
We're doing the job.
The environment's just turning a little bit sour in the short term on the AI trade, and they need a catalyst to reconnect that. And that's why Micron has a chance to be that catalyst. But right now, the areas for the bulls have nothing to do with really the NASDAQ. They're all looking healthcare, industrials. If you want to go look at a high quality technical situation, go look at any regional bank in America right now.
The banking sector looks good.
The bulls aren't interested in the NASDAQ right this very second. So I'm not going to choke it off. I'm going to let this one play out a little bit. And don't get me wrong, I think you can scalp these levels pretty aggressively. But my mind's on the price here, because underneath that 380 level at the low point, there is open air with hardly no pivots for 200 points to the downside.
The scale. We got a little bit of time here. I'm going to see if it can sync I'm going to scale at the tip here and hold my runner instead of.
Yeah, I would suggest less scalping and personally seeing if this one plays out to the downside.
Yeah, right? I mean, there's so much momentum still, and we already tagged and had a response here, and we couldn't get high. And now we're coming back down. And so this would be a beautiful exit because it's going to be around the trend line. And it's going to be taking out that wick. I feel pretty good about this exit here. And then after that would all be gravy.
The only difference in our trade setup is my T1 is the 82 level, the low point. Where your T2 is my T1, because I want to be able to open it up to the downside.
Yeah, I do love that. And yeah, and yeah, it will be good. This is a good short. This feels good.
No,
I
think we definitely have an edge here. Like,
yeah,
we definitely have an edge here. It's just a matter of letting it play out a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to choke it off with stop loss either. So
I know. See, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I was just thinking about, stop loss management, because there were bulls here. They tried. They didn't get very far. They got to kind of a logical place. But I think that there could be another leg down. And so I don't want to squeeze it either. And knowing now that like this trade is green or green, I think leaving it right here makes a lot of sense for at least another.
Your scaled out stop loss is that break even, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so is mine.
Yeah, I took a scale here and then my stop
play out.
Yeah.
You already have a profitable situation. So what we're really talking about is, are you willing to give up some of your current profit for a potential home run here? And I just want to let the home run play out. We got plenty of time in the day here.
Yeah, we got plenty of, we got in early. We're not doing just power hour today. We're doing 2 hours on Wednesdays when we can. I usually can. And so we had a little more time to structure the trade. We did the recap from the larger time frames all the way down. We compared the instruments that tend to run together. Everything was bearish. And so as we got the retracement, we had a good opportunity to lay up this trade. You know, I feel like when you focus, you go from the large time frame down, you identify your areas of interest, you get a good entry. Like this is a good opportunity we're in right now.
I agree. Now it's just a matter, do we get our momentum to the downside or do we just get caught up on every small level here?
Yeah. Because, you know, we talked about, I just mentioned about how candles get wicks. Well, the daily candle is going to have a wick at the end here too. So it could just take out this and then come back in too. We have an hour and 18 minutes left. So
yeah,
it's time. It's time for another move down, but not a forever amount of time, you know? We'll see. Let's see what the other guys are doing.
We have time to test the 80 level, which is another 70 points down, and give that. The only thing I want to have here, because we got a risk-free trade set up with the stop loss trailed to the break even. You've scaled out, I haven't, but I have adjusted the stop loss. So I'm willing to give up my gains right now for the potential of a violation of 380, because there could be a volatility pocket underneath 380. I don't think it's a high probable situation. I want to be involved if we see that play out. And so it's just one of those things that I just want to see play out in the short term.
Okay, so trader, you asked about my entry trigger. So my entry trigger was, I drew on the 15-minute, I drew this low volume anomaly fair value gap, whatever you want to call it here, based on these two wicks and this large engulfing candle that took us down to the support down here. And so I drew that. And then this orange level here was my initial bounce high. So when I went down to smaller time frames, I was very interested to see if we were going to get a rejection here in those confluences, or up here at the 600 would break out in this higher time frame. When we got this high volume, small body, evening star-ish vibe, that was very, very interesting to me. And then this one couldn't get above it. And so I triggered when we broke the low of this before this candle completely formed. And it was an aggressive entry, but I liked it because it gives me a tight stop loss, because my stop was just above the pivot there. And then when this candle closed, that moved my stop even tighter, and it was just above these two body types. And so it was like a $98 risk for this trade that I'm in. And so it was, so for me, it was an aggressive entry, but I did get my trigger, which was a break of this low on the 5-minute march up at a key level. So a break, you know, in a messy area is not as appealing to me as a break in an area that I previously defined, drew out, understood, and was waiting to see if I got a bearish reaction here. I was interested. And that was on the heels of the larger time frame analysis that the daily and the 4 hour and the hourly were all bearish. And so this to me was a retracement in that bearish setting. So again, I was looking for an entry for the short side to go in confluence with my larger directional bias.
And then we got a pivot and we went and we did it and we went gone. Jaja, I was laughing at you because is the transformation complete? Because I think I did say it's either we're heroic or we're zero today. I did say that. In fact, my trade is structured as I'm either getting everything or I'm getting nothing here. Like that's exactly accurate. Either you give me what I want and I'm taking it all, or I'm taking nothing. This is accurate.
All right. I'm having a hero day. I'm not going to lie. There's no way I'm closing this day without greater than 2K profit. Oh,
there's no way you're closing that trade until I say I'm closing mine, because you're not going to let me get that volatility pocket without you participating in it. I know that. You've already scaled out. You already got a risk-free, profitable trade. Everything's about how much you're going to maximize here.
Yes, absolutely. Now you got me kind of nervous because you're going to close before I close, but I really like my tip.
I just told Jaja I'm hero or zero.
No, I know.
Like, okay, now in all reality, I will probably scale out at 400.
Okay.
I want to bring in a little bit of green that'll alleviate the pressure a little bit. I will probably scale out at that pivot. I'm just waiting on seeing the candle, honestly, if it's 380, if it's 400. I don't have an order there.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to see if we break that support level, because there could be 2 candles that we want to be a part of underneath that level.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. I mean, and you didn't get a scale out yet. I already got a scale out, which guaranteed a winning trade.
I've trailed to break even. I have done that, but I haven't gotten out yet. No.
Yeah. And Matt and I have slightly different entry criteria. I think you waited for the candle to close and then the next one for continuation.
I actually went aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was anticipating confirmation.
Yeah.
Now, typically I do wait on confirmation on a pivot, on a formation. But you influenced me heavily on that one. So I was like, Becky's gonna do it, so I might as well do it.
Yeah.
Guys, if you like the conversation, hit that like, share, tell someone about it.
Please do. We're good time. We're putting some money right now. Who else is in profit? All my runners, I'm up 500.
Jaja, tell me, should I scale? Should I lock in some, or should I let this candle bleed here? I'm telling you, I want to see how this plays out. I've been saying it for the last 20 minutes. Let's go.
I want this wick bad. I'm not even gonna lie. This is my strategy.
All right. So Jaja told me I can't scale, or I can't scale.
You can't take mine.
I just got five.
What up, Jake? I don't have as many as he does. I only got in for 3.
Lot heat coming into it, Jaja. Lot heat. I got 5. Should we take one off?
Yeah.
Like, am I a coward if I take one off? Like, that's not even a rule. A rule is a third or 50%.
Yeah.
Like,
one is a baby scale.
One is like I'm a coward. Like,
you're not a coward. You got aggressive with me.
I'm kidding. Totally. Listen, we're just having fun here, but we're underneath the level. This thing's printing here.
Don't be a punk, he says. Oh, give him a fill. Come on.
So, okay, so everybody's telling me all or nothing here. All right, so that's what we have to do. All or nothing.
You can take my scale out of my cold, dead hands. Okay. That's what I have to say.
Fine. If that next 5-minute candle's a doji, I'm scaling. I'm telling you right now. I will cowardly in the face of a doji. I will get rocked out.
Yes. What up?
I told you underneath. Did I not tell you guys underneath the level you want to watch this one play out?
You know what?
Too many level to level. I even said 15 minutes ago, don't scalp this one. Give it some room.
Give it some room. Okay. Well, I did my system, which is scale at the tips, and it's still falling, which I love that for you. Because I only have one baby left.
Listen, blame Jaja.
I blame you, Jaja. But with love.
Yes, blame was meant to be an encouragement there.
Let it ride. Previous 30 mil.
I am getting nervous for a whipsaw. This is where it could do it.
This
is an important candle, Becky.
I would bet money we get a little bulls here. I don't know how much money I would bet.
I would not be shocked to see a 40-point test up to 400 here.
Yeah. Well, let me see. Okay, we're still sinking.
Let's let it play out. Doji, I'll scale. Doji, I'll scale.
Scaling. I did snug my other stop a little bit snugger after this hard push. Look at her sinking still.
Oh all right. I'm adjusting. Hold on.
What do I do with my runner right now? Where do I put it? How low can she go? How low can she go?
All
right. There is another key area, big level at.
Come on, everybody wants to dump it in front of Micron. Just dump it in front of Micron. Y'all know everybody out there is too big of a coward to hold in front of Micron. And the only reason I say that is to help my trade.
Think it, baby. Okay, let's go. I need to find a level on the larger time frame. I need to find something.
You ain't gonna find it at 345.
Huh?
You ain't gonna find it at 345.
No, I moved it already down to 336 is the level I thought I had on a larger time frame, but
honestly, there's pockets here.
Yeah, it's sinking fast.
Like
309,
300, like.
Oh, yeah, maybe I just take my.
Let's just get 29
and let her run.
Let's just get 29K. Let's just go.
Look at this. Look at you guys. How we talked about this from start to finish. Like before this candle was 11 minutes form, and we caught this whole push up. We caught the short. It's still fun. Okay. I just pulled my target off because I just needed to not get wicked out now. I only got one left, so I gotta see what she does.
I haven't really seen any momentum shift yet. Like I'm watching like a hawk over here.
I know they didn't defend. Like I literally would have bet. I didn't say
that 80 level did not even play. Like he didn't get in like a tick on a 1 second chart. Like it's like we don't even care about that.
What are you doing, Ms. Market? What are you doing? Okay, this was my pivot where I scaled. This for Confluence for.
This is either a grand slam or it's now a double. Like
we're already grand slamming. Great. She's a beaut. Hold on, Becky. Okay, Mary. You tell me what. I'm going to close what Mary tells me. How about that? You get Jaja, I get Mary.
Oh. I get Jaja and you get Mary?
Yeah. They're telling us how to manage these trades.
Okay. But Jaja is going to tell me to stay in the trade till 29K. Like he's going to tell me that I can't close until imbalances. I already know it. Well, he said he gave me 298. I don't know if he's going to let you out at 298. I have this secret level that you absolutely need to scale out at right now.
You know what? We're getting a little bit of reaction at taking out this tip. We push lower, but we're wicking.
Judge, I'll tell you what. I'm going to scale on a doji. I am absolutely scaling on a doji.
Jonathan votes 311. I can see 326 is key for me. Right?
311? Is that a magic number?
236. Oh my God, I'm sorry. 236 is the lower end of a larger time frame support. Can I go to 236? How do you feel about 236? 333 is
First of all, it just needs to stay under 80 to have a real chance at that magical number down lower.
All right, let's put 333 on here. Oh, 333 already hit. We already done that.
We already went under 333.
That. It was good. It was a good target. Because that would have been good because it was a little ways below the pivot here. But so this is the 333. This is Steve's target, which was a gorgeous hit. So cheers to you, Steve, if you're here.
Come back up and test that 400 level. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but this is what, like the momentum is shifting here a little bit for the first time.
I'm going to go under this giant candle as my stop risk. And so then Mary gets to decide after that.
We got 30 seconds left in this candle.
Right.
Yeah. If that doji's up, I'm scaling. Or hammer. Any small candle. Bear's got to reassess or I'm
yeah. It's already a big daily candle, honestly. Like it's not chump change. We've got about an hour left of the New York session.
I said I was going to scale out the very second I saw doji, and I'm going to do it.
I love that.
Jaja, I'm going to do it.
He gets to scale. We get to scale,
I'm only scaling 2. I'm only scaling 2, Jaja. I'm still courageous. I'm
Mary
still a
says
big boy,
hold.
Jaja.
Yeah, the scale, I'd scale. I can't not scale. I like my scale. I like my system.
All
I like
right,
it because it works.
so pull back to 400, pivot, and reassess. Kind of,
Yeah, I like it.
yeah,
400 is
keep the
here.
partial on and let it play out. Like all of this.
I like it. I'm gonna put 400 on the chart so we can see it better.
By the way, well, she drilled that $600 that 600 breakdown on the
Yeah.
NQ earlier today.
My
Talk about
girl.
aggressiveness. Like that was like Attila the Hun. Like, wow.
She's a very good trader.
Loved it. Loved
Yeah.
it. Loved it.
Why is my girl? She's a
I was
very
in the process of doing my scan and was like, she's trying. I know exactly what she was trying to do. She was trying to be like, hey, Matt, you might want to check the intraday.
yeah.
Hey, Matt, you might want to check what's going on.
She
Talk
got your
about
back.
that next stock in a second. Check that other
Oh,
one.
that's amazing. Good job, girl. She had a busy day too, so that's excellent. Lock that in, man. Busy morning with fam, and then you'd be able to focus on the charts, see an opportunity, capitalize on it. That's great. Like I was gone for midday and I missed this whole short, and I could have had FOMO, but I just couldn't. I couldn't be at the charts. I got a nice workout in. I managed my kids. Like it was not honestly a lovely morning. And then here,
sometimes you have to live your life, Becky.
well, you can't catch every swing, and to try to think that you need to will drive you crazy.
Don't even try.
FOMO is unpleasant, so we have to mitigate that.
Oh, I recognized it, Woji, and I did appreciate it. I was just so enthralled with that scan that Frankie and I were running that I was just like, oh, I'm so into it.
Team player right there. All right, we're coming up for that 400 retest. I promise not to squeeze my stop any closer, but my stop is above that massive bearish candle at 451. If it takes that, it could just stick around here the rest of the day.
This is what a doji does. It shifts the momentum and starts the retracement. Especially after a breakdown and the next candle's a doji, that gives you were overextended going into the breakdown, and now you're seeing a fractal pattern develop in terms of the larger time frames. Shorter time frame fractal pattern, larger time frame, just dialing in a little bit of a breakdown.
Yeah.
Nothing to get too nervous yet about that partial here.
Well, this was a big consolidation period, and we broke above it and then we broke below it. So retesting this consolidation anywhere in here makes honestly a lot of sense. And it kissed it, and it's already coming down.
400, the call it at 400 was just the first level in that series of a pullback. Like it could easily go up into the 5.9. It could easily even go up into 450, where the previous wicks and pivots are in that consolidation.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, and that was, I mean, this is what we expect, right? If you, even on the 5-minute, this is quite a substantial, low volume anomaly.
It's a bear rejection, pretty aggressive, by the way.
Yeah.
Like and that didn't even give us a doji at that 400 level. It just tested right back down.
Straight through. Yeah, right here. Yeah, exactly. It just kissed it, and the bears were there, which is defense of this. Like a lot of people, there's momentum here. Get back in. Wick on the candle, yeah, for the new hourly.
Oh, sink it, go.
Sink it.
Who's still in? I want to see a raise of hands.
Right? Who joined with that?
In?
We laid it up.
Who's still in here?
Look at this.
I know, Judge, if you scaled out and you're not in, and you've been telling me to stay in, we're gonna have words.
He's like, I already locked my profits, bro. 333, duh.
Yeah, Judge, I was like, Matt, I was the wick at 325.
Obviously, I'm killed it.
Ricky Hoster, Woji, MJ, Jaja.
That's what's up.
Wait.
We shorten. What up, Bears?
If this thing drills down another 120 points, I'm going to start singing Elton John.
I'm pretty into it. Ooh, I know. I need your singing voice in my life.
Oh, let me get it ready.
That was a beautiful retest.
Nighttime radio voice ready.
Ooh, okay.
Now, sometimes I sing like William Shatner, so you might not enjoy it as much. But I can pull off some Billy Joel and Elton John every now and then. Queen, it depends.
Fun. Okay, we might have karaoke Queen at our first BluSky get together last December. It was very fun.
I'm very sorry I missed that one because
It was a
I
good time.
rather enjoy karaoke and can rock Queen with the best of them.
Literally, we had only met
I'm
each
very sad.
other for
I'm
like an
actually
hour and a
more
half.
sad for you guys since you did not get to see my rendition of Piano Man by Billy Joel. Like, we gotta make sure that Coach Matt nails that next one.
Yeah,
Yes.
we need to see this. It's
Mhm.
really fun. I literally
Karaoke's
promised
good
myself I would
times.
not join, and I blame McCarm because he just like insisted that I take the mic. But then at that point, it was over. What's
What'd
happening?
McCarm sing?
I don't remember. He was into Queen. He was into it.
I can see McCarm getting down with Queen. Uh-huh.
Don't Stop Believing. Yeah. Oh,
He went with Journey?
mm-mm. I think
Journey's a
so.
good call.
It was
Journey's a
really good. Honestly,
Yeah,
my
Journey's
memory
a
is
good
like a
call.
teensy tiny bit fuzzy, and that was a while ago.
I would definitely I'm next time I'm gonna go with some 70s, 80s stuff.
I didn't even
We're
pick.
going
I
old
just got
school.
handed the mic, but I was down. I didn't get to pick though. Kimry though, there is a back end member here at BluSky, and he has got an incredible singing voice. I was not prepared for that. I mean, you never know with anyone, but it was incredible.
Kimry has an incredible singing voice.
Yeah.
I could see this actually. Like, I'll bet you he can get really deep and down in it.
It's
I wanna
unique,
see
which is
this.
amazing. Like unique voices are like special.
I do not have that unique voice. I do not have a high bar here, Becky. No. No. We'll have fun, but not a high bar.
I could never have a career as a singer. I'm not even gonna lie at all, but I am down for a good time. So that is
Like,
where I'm
if Kimry is NVIDIA earnings, set my bar at Oracle earnings. Let's do that.
at. I would support your application, Gabber. You can put me down for a reference. Like you are a team player, you show up, you're helping me out with imbalances every day that you're available. Like, fair. Mary's helping me manage a trade, so I kind of owe her.
Listen.
But you guys gotta get in, man. We called this sucker. We called it up here. Yeah.
There's not a chance in the world I get out of this trade underneath the 90 man.
333 is a good call out. Look at these wicks on this 333. Jagger's like, I see it. He's you might be out. I think like I want to move my stop to this wick here, but I don't need to. Becky, close it down here. I get to get out. Am I out?
Get down. You want to get out underneath support with the screaming 90 man?
311 touch that level for me. People
No.
are locking in profits.
You're already locked in profits. You're already scaled the stop. I'm like, give it a little room.
Mary's in charge.
Listen. You know my opinion here.
Let it run.
This thing could be a grand slam. It's already a double.
Okay. How about we split the difference and we move it above this wick? Is that allowed?
Oh no, I just stopped. Yeah, certainly. Yeah.
Oh God, now it's pushing up.
Like I don't mind getting stopped out here. Like, we'll reassess. Either way, it's a great trade.
Yeah, it is a great trade. I'm really happy with it. I might. So fun.
All
right. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down, Mary. Yeah, I think she's flipping too. I think there's a lot of momentum. I move my stop right above that, and then I'm gonna. Well, Mary says close. I'm closing.
Listen, Jaja controls me. I'm waiting on Jaja.
Okay. I'm out. I'm flat. That was beautiful. That was a beautiful win. 2.5K today.
I think that's Jaja's way of saying stick.
Yeah. You hold. We good.
Listen, I'm not going to hold long. If this thing gets above the current candle high, I'm going to close.
Yeah. I think that's good risk management because this was the attempt. This was the retracement to a key level. The bears tried. Now, if it pushes past that, then it could push up to the end here.
Oh, you're definitely seeing momentum shift here, Mary. There's no doubt. It's just a matter of, is it going to confirm that momentum shift or not? You might be anticipating that. I haven't seen it yet. I need to see it. I definitely see the momentum shift, though. I'm never gonna get out of this trade as long as it's underneath the 9 EMA. It's just not gonna happen.
It's a great team. You guys are awesome.
Oh, I've loved the conversation here today.
Oh,
Fantastic.
that risk right there is holding.
It's there. It's a battle zone right now.
It's a battle zone.
Bulls are going to have opinions. Bears are going to have an opinion. Everybody has an opinion. It's a battle zone. That's why you got to stick to your trading plan. And my trading plan says when you have some degree of momentum on a break and you're riding the 9 EMA, trust the 9 EMA.
Okay, I'm going to put a line at where what is that? I kept saying it. 236 is my lowest target I was willing to hold for today. So I'm going to put a line down there and see if it how it does that. I'm very happy with my P&L though, so we're good. 236. 236. Yeah, right there is where I see a key larger time frame level. We'll see.
Something about the tortoise and the hare story today is interesting. Give me 1 second, Becky. I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good. This is a key level, Mary. I could see it holding, but I think the momentum hadn't really shifted. We paused here at all of these profit target locations. This is the tip where I did my second scale, and then this is the 333 triple target that we often see tagged in these situations. It's still sliding. It's still sliding. If we take this out, I think it easily could fill this gap here. Thank you for your liquidity. It's always good to say thank you. That's a grateful mindset, Jaja. Hold it, Matt. Hold it. Woo! It's so pretty. Yeah, that was a nice rejection at 400. Liquidate and wick back again. Stop loss too close. Yeah. She's beautiful. Get rolled under there. This one kissed it right there. This risk was where I had it for a long time, and then this one closed below. So this is beautiful. These retests here was that 400 level. This could have been a re-entry for the next move down. We'll see. This is I really like this 236 level.
I really like the 200 level and then the 100 level as we work all the way down to 29K on the overnight session.
Oh, Mary.
We're in pockets, team. Like, don't be surprised if you get volatility here at all. You're in volatility pockets. There are pockets of analysis on the longer term charts with edges down to 29K.
Yeah, it's beautiful. While Matt rides this, I'm just going to peek at the other ones we looked at because ES, it looks like rolled over as well. This is broke. Yeah, we were talking about this too. This is my value area low and initial balance here on ES. And so that's where it rolled as well. Got a little higher than initial balance, same thing, rolled over, give a doji right around the 9 moving average when it crossed under, and it's doing the next breakdown as well. It hit this target.
Good to see Mary back on Team Bear.
I think she is.
Let's all jump, create momentum. I like it.
Gold still sliding.
It just makes me sad.
I know, I'm sorry. It went below the 9 moving average, and see, we can at least love on the 9 moving average, even though it's bearish. Retested it nicely.
Judge, I had a couple of doubts. That retest against 400, certainly. I had to really be like, nope, trust the 9, Matt. Trust the 9. I had a moment. Believe me, I had a moment.
I'll stop below the low. Just do it. It's going to bleed.
But yeah, looking back, we never had any doubt. Me and Jaja were on freight train bear the entire time. Never a doubt, never a question. Full confidence, full steam, full port to the moon, to Mars. Let's go.
Full port is the blue sky way. Nope. No, don't cut that as a short.
As we've talked about, partial positioning, scaling out, and adjusting stop loss. Full port.
I know, right?
Oh, that's funny.
Meh. This is a beautiful short. No matter what,
you got a good
no matter
read.
how you managed it. This is beautiful.
You got a very good technical read.
Yeah, we did.
I just have a lot of faith in the 9 EMA as the number one momentum indicator in the market. Not the
Yeah.
8, not the 10, but the 9, and it has to be pink. If it's white, it doesn't count, Becky.
Well, mine is technically is light blue.
Is that light blue? Is my eyes getting bad on me in my old
I'm
age?
not gonna lie, for these longer streams, I'm straight up blue light glasses, but it is technically light blue. I don't know. Pink, I like pink for my value areas. I like pink, purple, so I can't do too many more pinks. It's gotta be this color. But I support
Um,
it. It just
Pink
rolled
is,
under my own.
my brother nicknamed the 9 EMA his girlfriend back in the day, and that's why we gave it the pink color.
Oh, because she's so pretty.
Mhm. It's a
Mhm.
gorgeous, beautiful indicator.
I love that for all of us.
All right, now we're extended from the 9. Expect a little bit of chop. This is what we're gonna deal with, team.
Yeah.
Big move to the downside, chop, 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 chop. Big move to the downside, chop, 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 chop.
This purple area, let me see if I can find where I got it from here that we're reacting on right now. See if I drew it. Okay, so it's here. 6-9 value area high. So this is the June 9th area of a consolidation right here. That is this resistance here that we fell under. And so that is this purple area that we're dancing on right now, which is also like right around 300.
So you think 2,900 as well? 29K. It's going.
And
Yeah.
wait, I get back to where
Now that the AI trade has kind of flipped its script, like
yeah.
I'm like not doing a lot active here outside of longer term stuff. And so I'm just like rip the band-aid off, get it low.
Drop it, drop it, drop it.
Yeah, rip it off, get it low. Let's go.
Sink it. Look at this hourly. It gave a wick, like Jaja mentioned, on the hourly with that push up there. We tested the 400, put a wick on the hourly, and then this could be another good slam dunk here. I think Mary might have got back in for the short on the lows.
Yeah, I thought she triggered it in underneath one of the wick lows. I can't remember though.
Yeah, probably. She's dropping. We're into the 200s now. 273.
All right.
You're doing great, Mary. I love it.
$200. And then it get like all of these as we work lower, there's just everything expands.
Yeah, she's just sinking.
Like
I want to get better about getting some puts towards the end of the day when I see these rejections. I need to get better about splitting my time and like capitalizing on all the
some
opportunities.
zero DTE stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of zero DTE in one specific environment
Tell me.
where you have an intraday reversal where you expect a wick to occur.
Yeah.
And you can get it at the low point of the intraday reversal and buy out of the money call options, or at the top side intraday reversal like an M formation breakdown where you expect price to start cratering. You can do an out of the money put option. They can be pretty decent.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that sell zero DTE for cash flow purposes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little too aggressive for me.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm about as traditional as you can find on cash flow systems. I work 30-day numbers on covered calls, credit spreads, naked puts, calendar spreads, you name it. That's about as boring as you can get on the cash flow side of it.
That's good. Boring is consistent and stable and prints over time and compound.
Day and swing trading give me all the excitement I need. I don't need excitement in cash flow systems.
Perfect. That's balance right there. A balanced approach to the market. Yeah, we're just hesitating here for a minute, but we still got 45 minutes.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't have to give a wick until the last like 5 or 6 minutes sometimes. Like that's all it
Imbalances can do it.
Yeah, exactly. And oftentimes they do. Like that's not uncommon at all for imbalances to be the source of a wick on a daily candle. Like it can push straight up into the last minutes. So we could get lower here. We'll see. This is, I mean, we're right around 300, which is a whole number as well. This is the level back in June that I kept on my chart for a reason. And so I do like it when those levels pop up and they seem to be respected.
I think you have to respect every significant whole number in a market environment that's a little bit volatile.
Yeah. Well, look at this. I mean, this to here is a 100-point move. Like we caught the top
Yeah.
here at
That one
5.
candle was 100 points.
Dude, this is
Yeah.
over a 200-point move
That's
already for
that's
just
a
if you got
banger.
out when I got out. It's beautiful. All right, one more move. Let's push down a little lower. Come on, sink it.
It just looks like the last pattern that we went through before that last pump candle, like 3
Yeah.
bars consolidation, touch the 9, do it again.
Mhm. What time frame do you guys like when we're streaming? Do you guys have a preference if I don't live on the 5? Because I tend to go larger time frames down to the 5, and then I don't really go smaller. But if you guys have you're driving me crazy, I'm driving you crazy, and you want to see the
Trade your time
retail
frame is
one,
my recommendation.
you're the 5 too?
Mhm.
Yeah, me too.
I haven't got off the 5 this entire trade.
Me neither. I don't usually go lower than that until it's like, unless it's like high volatility moments like FOMC when it's really been wild, or sometimes the very end of the day when I'm micromanaging position at the last, 10 minutes. But
Mhm.
intraday, I like the 5 because it gives a little bit room. I'm not as micromanaging of my trades. But if anyone wants or needs something different when we're streaming, please just holler, ask,
Oh my
tell us your
goodness,
thoughts.
like, oh,
John Wayne Casey.
somebody's been watching some true crime recently there, Mr. Blank.
I love true crime.
Who doesn't like true crime? Like,
I love true crime. I can get lost in that stuff forever. I did so
baseball,
much podcasting with it
apple
during the
pie, and true
pandemic.
crime are like the 3 American staples at this point.
It is thrilling for the most morbid reasons, honestly. Like it's
My
weird.
teenage daughter can talk to you about all the famous serial killers, and I'm just like, I don't even understand why this is happening, but she loves true crime.
Yeah. Okay, perfect, Ricky. Thanks for the feedback. I like 5, yeah. Live on the 30-minute, but they all work. Okay. Yeah. I used to consume more content before I got obsessed with trading, like true crime or whatever.
Um, I just I'm one of those guys that I have to have distractions,
Hmm.
um, or my mind races, and so I am very famous for having something on the other monitor, like say,
Hmm.
I've watched Star Trek probably 50 times because it's just something that is on the other monitor type thing,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
or I go stir crazy a little bit.
I liked the 30-minute.
I do music too.
I don't know how to say your name. Anon. I'm gonna go with that. But I like the 30-minute trader friend because I don't look at it enough. But when I do, I'm like, I feel like it brings me so much clarity because it does. The 15-minute, sometimes actually will be on top of itself quite a bit, but the 30-minute is a nice bridge of the hourly. And this is kind of beautiful on the 30-minute, the way that it showed the doji and the retracement, but this body was really dominant. And then this nice clean break on the 30. This is a nice chart, this 30-minute. I sometimes will go from hourly to 15 too fast. Depends on, if I'm really hunting a trade or if I'm really just dissecting, then I'll go hourly 30, 15 down. But I often will just skip the 30. I should not do that so much.
See, and I really like those time frames for traders. I know I trade the 5 and the 15 as well,
Hmm.
but the reason I don't trade the hourly as a day trader is because I use the hourly as a swing trader.
Yeah.
So, like, I go down to the lower time frame because that's just how I personally like to navigate the intraday side of the equation,
Yeah.
but I love the hourly chart, like, really, really love the hourly chart.
Yeah.
I just use it more for major levels as day traders, obviously, but swing trading, I use it a lot for swing trading.
Yeah.
Like, get your pristine entry, your pristine stop loss. 90% of your decisions as a swing trader can be done on the daily chart. But if you really want to maximize your entry and your stop specifically, using the 1 hour time frame is a real good go-to.
Yeah. Yeah. When I start my trading session or when I'm interested in putting a trade on, I really have to try and force myself to slow down and start at the daily and then go daily 4, 1 down to 15. that's sort of, I tries to always be my minimum, because if I rush it and I go, like sometimes I'll be watching the market on my phone in the kitchen or whatever, and then I'll think I'll see something, and sometimes I like, go straight to my office and then I go straight to the 5-minute chart. But then I oftentimes mess up. If I just am, if I think I see something at a side glance and then I go straight to my smaller time frames, it's easy to get messed up. And so I really do see a lot of value in looking at the larger time frames, because it helps me understand the bias of the direction that I'm trying to trade in way more smoothly.
Yeah, the exact same
Oh,
thing we went
damn.
through just 30 minutes ago. Pump
Mhm.
candle down, slight overextension against the 9, 3-bar consolidation, 9 catches up. This candle, we'll see if it actually wants to pump and give us that little bit of a scare against stop loss.
Yeah,
Because I'm legitimately just riding the 9 EMA here.
I love
Like,
that. Great
every
for them.
candle, trail down against the 9.
That's beautiful. This looks good. This looks good for one more leg down, I think. I completely agree, Blank. Like constantly looking at lower time frames lures you to make a lot of riskier preemptive entries. Yeah, you front run, get in
I
more
agree with all that.
aggressively, get chopped up.
Yeah,
Mhm,
I agree with all that.
mhm.
In fact, I think it's a very, very big mistake for new traders to structure things on 1, 2, 5-minute time frames. Learn how to ride a 30 in a 1 hour time frame. Because all it's gonna do is force them to be a kid in a candy store chasing every squirrel down every hole.
I often will monkey around with like micromanaging my trades, and I'll squeeze my stop if I get too fixated on the smaller time frames as well. So that is an area that I like getting better at. I love what he said about the how the 30-minute creates his key levels off of. That's great. Price action. That's a price action trader. You study your level, you see him, you draw him, you watch him react. Like that gives confidence. If you find a level and a time frame that really works for you, you're constantly drawing on that. You're constantly seeing how it reacts. You get that. You drill into a strategy that works for you. You can get a high win rate when you lock into like a solid system that you thoroughly understand. That's beautiful. Yeah. Good. You guys are good. You guys are good traders. Over managing a good position. Yeah, exactly, Jaja. That's tricky to do. It's easier to overmanage a good position on the smaller time frames. Mhm. And you guys know that like holding trades long time, like diamond handing, that is an area that I am working on. And I think staying on the larger time frames once I get in a move that I do think has the potential to really run is more valuable. Um, it's trickier when I'm dreaming though. Helicopter trading, that's funny. Like helicopter parenting. That's good.
Yeah, that's a good call out for
That's
you.
really good. This is accurate. Don't hover so damn much. Just let it play.
I'll tell you, I do love a bunch of people coming in here and saying, "I like the 30-minute, I like the hour, I like the 4 hour." Like, that gives me hope for humanity type
That's a
stuff,
good
guys.
traders.
Like, well done, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, so often it's like, "Tick, tick, tick, let's get on a tick chart." And it's like, you can't read anything on a tick chart, but okay.
Yeah.
Like, love it.
Yeah.
That was that was show and tell, Jaja, and you know it, and you know it.
Mhm.
I was
Mhm.
making fun, like, we could do it. Good call out though, brother.
He's like, "Wait a minute.
Yeah, you got me on that one. I was like, "Wait a second, yeah, I
Can't get away
did
with
do that
nothing."
yesterday. That's right, I did do that yesterday."
He's like, "Becky's sharing today. I can be on my 15-second chart and no one will know it."
Yeah, you don't see my tick time frame over here. To be real, I have not gotten off the 5-minute time frame one time on this trade. I've been staring at it.
Yeah, I don't.
That's funny. You guys are killing me though.
Usually if I go down in time frame, it's because I don't like my trade. That is a sign for me
Oh, such a good point.
that I'm really uncomfortable and I'm trying to
Mhm.
micromanage the heck out of it because I don't like it.
Kinda like you're a boss at a mid-level company, a mid-manager, and you have a bad employee, so you feel like you have to,
Yeah.
stick on them like white on rice when what you should do is just fire them.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. if you have concerning things you don't like, you don't like this, you want to micromanage everything that they do, they should just probably not
Either
be there.
one, you're a bad manager because you have not trained them, or two, they're a bad employee, and there's solutions to both of those. Either
Yeah,
fire yourself as a manager or fire the employee, one way or the other.
this is a
Got to
great
fix
point.
it. Oh, we're gonna get testy here.
Ooh, it's a key level right now. It's key level. It's key level.
Oh, it's so close.
Full disclosure, I had
Nope,
all the coffee
I'm
and
out.
tea. I will be right back.
I am officially flat on the day. I feel good about it. That was a good day. Team, who's still in? I am officially flat as of right now. Who's still sticking like white on rice? Who has the courage of Jaja? Yeah, hey, listen, I still think there's an edge. I just got stopped out. That was a 200-point stop loss run, though. Woo, sexy. Gabber. Courage of Jaja or stupidity of Gabber? Is that how we're calling it right now? I still like the edge. Well, there is a very thin line between love and hate, and there is a very thin line between stupidity and courageous. Yes. And we live in that gray area, team. You still got paid, Ricky, if the 400 re-entry happened. We're definitely dealing with slowing momentum here, though, team. Like, definitely.
Nick, I'm going to turn my camera back on and ready when you are.
Man, that was exciting. Now
Did I hear you locked it in, Matt?
Yeah, I'm out.
That's
I
beautiful.
didn't like anything. My stop loss decided to dictate the actions for me. But yes, I am officially out.
Nice. That's good. That's good. Short. We all got it.
Good run. That was a good run. Closed a partial at I think it was around about 370 on the partial. Then got stopped out on the rest at 370, like legitimate. Like it was pretty close to the exact same level where I scaled and where I got stopped out. But yeah, good trade, Becky.
Yeah,
good trade, better conversation with good people. That's what it's all about.
I love our team. This is great. Killed my 400. Oh, yeah. It bounced down there. Becky, fire you? Why would I fire you, Mary? We did great. We're a dream team.
Yeah, we're green today, Mary. Like, can't get fired on green.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gold
Nice. Got some nice
facing around.
Anon.
4. Ricky, what is this? Like, I get nothing, Ricky?
Thank you.
Huh. Me being like, don't be a coward, stay in the trade. I get nothing, Ricky? Like, nothing? Like,
we both took our runners on the stop.
Like, me and Jaja should get at least some degree of shout out here.
Hey.
No, Ricky, I'm totally kidding. I'm just in a mood, Ricky. Totally kidding, brother.
Wins all around. We did good.
Everybody
beautiful shorts you got up here from Anon.
No. Nobody's a coward. Nobody's a coward.
Decision lag is a real thing. It's tricky because it's easy to want more confirmations and to hesitate a little bit on entry, and then it starts moving, and then it causes more hesitation, honestly, because you wish you got in before. It's a tricky situation. So I would say for that gapper, something that helps me with that is to layer in. Like when I first got in up here, I only got in with 2 on my limit order for the break, and then when it showed me it was still pushing, I added. And so I started small because I front ran before the candle even closed. And so that helps me have a little less hesitation by starting smaller and layering in. I don't know if that would work for you if you've tried that, but that is a tactic that helps me to have a little bit more aggressive entries, but not too
Mhm.
aggressive because you're not taking on all of your full size risks at the aggressive entry. Instead, you're taking partial risk at the aggressive entry, and then you're adding when you get more confirmations because it does change your average fill, but you're not getting in after the move is half over. It's sort of it really helped me.
I love the philosophy there. You basically scale in, scale out philosophy. You scale in on the aggressive entry, you add upon confirmation, you scale out at T1, close at T2.
Exactly.
Like Becky, you were so close to becoming a swing trader, you don't even know it.
I did swing trade for quite some time, but then I didn't. I don't know. My
They
account was
swing
small.
and day, there's more ways to day trade than there is swing trading.
Yeah,
Swing trading is more core. Like there's core patterns, core setups, there's specific rules. Um, there's not a billion different ways to swing trade. There
yeah,
might be a billion different strategies involved in swing trading, but there's not a billion different technical ways of swing trading. Yes, MJ, you could sleep at night as a swing trader. Believe me, just don't trade oil right now, and you're just fine.
yeah.
But as a day trader, obviously, there's everybody is a precious little snowflake that has all their uniqueness to day traders. They are the most snowflake of all the different time frames. Every other time frame is far more core rules, patterns, you name it. It's all systematic. And I'm not saying day trading is not. I'm just saying there's so many different time frames as a day trader that everybody has a little bit of a unique take on it is all. There's
Yeah,
not that as a swing trader. There's core time frames. Everybody uses the same ones.
yeah, yeah. It's a great point. I mean, there's different styles, different strategies, but it all it's very interesting the potentials that are with there in the market. But I think yeah, it was interesting. I did do swing trading, but I think part of it was my small account size. The P&Ls were so small that I felt like I was giving it a lot of energy and not getting a lot of reward for it for my account size. But I think
What were you swing
once
trading?
I build that up, I don't know.
Stock?
Yeah, stocks.
That's your
I was
problem.
buying shares.
Yeah. It as a swing trader who have done stock options, everything, Forex, futures, you name it, I feel like the best vehicle, because that's when you're getting into strategy, is options.
Yeah.
Options offer the leverage that you need to maximize your moves as a swing trader. Position size is typically under 2% as a swing trader. Utilizing options, you can go up to 4% if you use non-options. But
Mhm.
yeah, options are the typical. I would say 80% of swing traders use options as a swing trade as a vehicle for executing their systems, and both in terms of single options and spreads as well. Like swing traders use a lot of spreads, debit spreads, bull calls, bear puts, those types of option strategies.
Yeah. I think that I have done options and I learned them and I like them a lot. And I think I would have continued down that road, but I was just getting so deep into futures and I just couldn't. I felt like I couldn't at that time have my
Mhm.
attention split so much. And that's when my podcast was really like getting traction and need a lot of my attention too. And so at that time, I was like, I gotta just zero into something. And so I ended up picking my podcast and futures, and then
That's the
options sort of
exact
just took a back
right way to do
burner.
it.
I don't know.
Like, you
Maybe
don't
you're
have
right.
to take on everything at first. I didn't learn how to trade futures first. I learned how to trade options first. But when I got into futures down the road, everything was much, much simpler, much, much easier. It's
Mhm.
because once you learn how to navigate technically, it's just a matter of learning all the different, strategies and position size and whatnot. But a
Yeah.
chart is a chart.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, and it does cross over, like, I'll look at other indices or stocks or what have you, and the price action, the candle patterns and the momentum shifts and the value
Mhm.
migration and trends or rotational, it's the same, yeah. Day trader warriors. That's right. Well, we did get above that 9 moving average. That definitely was a break above. Got 25 minutes left. I wonder what she'll do if she's going to creep back up here to this, which is interesting too. Look at this. It slid along this trend line earlier too, because I love it when these trend lines work out, but that's kind of pretty how it slid down and it was bouncing off of that trend line each time as it progressed lower. That's very interesting. Because then you could have seen that maybe this trend line was holding too as a gentle resistance or support. And then this pop off of there was kind of nice. I love it when that.
I still like the edge to the downside, but I'd be a little surprised if I do anything between now and the close. Like,
Yeah.
it was a good trading day, caught the exact right trade we needed to catch. And honestly, as you give up a little bit of the short-term momentum on this 5-minute chart, it's just going to take a minute to reassess.
Yeah. We're back at that 400 here, but I can see now that I like looking, kind of zooming back a little bit, not being in a position at all. Like we could come all the way up to here, back to this like initial bounce low, the morning low, this trend line up here, this consolidation.
And we could hold here and break back down underneath the 9. But that's the thing. When you give up momentum, there's too many paths.
Yeah. I felt like this was a hard try and it just didn't get lower.
Oh, it gave it the old college try. It
Yeah.
did. Absolutely, it did.
Yeah, this will be interesting to see what she does here. Then let's look at the other. Let's take a look around here. ES.
That looks nasty for the ES.
Yeah. Similar pattern. It went down, tried to retest, broke lower, couldn't get lower. Now it's almost sinking lower, but it didn't break that hard, you know, and Q, it went quite a bit below this consolidation. This barely wicked it out and then stopped. So I don't know, a little less momentum on ES. Oh, gold sideways. That's interesting. But the 15 is ugly.
The ES was in a couple, like a descending triangle pattern, gross pattern.
Yeah. Honestly, gold is uglier. It's like you think you're going down, nope, we're going up, but nope, there's wicks. Like there's
I don't have confidence on the gold read right now.
no, I don't like there's no pattern here that's tradable in my opinion. Maybe.
If there's two levels, if you want to know the two levels of what I would consider deep technical value on gold and silver, silver at $50 is one of the most important levels in the entire marketplace. And then on gold, it's 3,500.
Okay, so silver at 50. We're at 56 now.
50 is the all-time high before the recent breakout last year. And so there's a famous trade that went on in silver post-pandemic. No, excuse me, post-subprime meltdown. It went from $8 to $50, and then the CME increased margin requirements on silver holdings as it got to $50, and that crashed silver historically. It never got achieved until this past year. Once it broke 50, it screamed to 100. So $50, it's not just that month-long battle it had a year ago before the breakout. It goes back to 2011. That's the absolute high price in 2011. It's a major, major, major level. And with what silver's doing right now, I would absolutely expect silver to get down there. Gold has a similar situation, but gold's at 3,500, I'd say, is your deep technical value zones on gold. You know, MJ, I'm pretty frustrated with the moves on gold and silver right now, but frustration in the sense that I'm just bored selling covered calls on gold and silver assets right now. And I want to get into a reversal conversation. I want to get into a pickup conversation. I want to get into an open up the risk graph and let this puppy fly conversation. And I haven't seen anything in the data over the course of the last month to suggest that we're there yet. So, and I think I've complained in this show many times about another day that ends in Y, the gold gets outperformed by the ES. And so that's been an ongoing story here. But $50 is a back up the brick struck zone. So I'm going to be very, very interested in seeing how we handle that $50 level on silver. And I would say the same on 3,500 at gold. You
Big
also have
pocket.
3,800
Ooh.
is an important level on gold as well, but there's a pocket there between 4 and 3,500.
Yeah, this is free fall pocket-ish.
Mhm, mhm. Keep an
Ooh,
eye
we're
on
so
that as we
close.
navigate the day trading side of it over the course of the next week or so.
Oh,
If we
man.
truly do give up 4K, there's nothing between 4K and 35 except the 20 monthly moving average,
Yeah.
which may or may not, but there is a pocket there big time.
Ooh, interesting.
Blank, every one of my friends have big positions in silver. Um, it's silver. I've been a big believer in physical silver on gold ownership for a very long time. Um, so this ain't my first conversation on that, and I do believe in owning the physical, not just the digital as well. I would never store physical metals though in anything other than outside your like safety deposit boxes, institutions, stuff like that. They've rug pulled silver, MJ. Yeah, they did. They certainly did. But I just think it's an opportunity, and I'm just gonna wait on $50, honestly. Uh, Listen, if there's one thing I absolutely know, you don't say negative things to silver and gold owners because they also own other things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Behave.
And if you don't know what I mean, just
We know.
yeah, I think you know what I mean.
Mm. Alright, so we did break above the 400, printed above it, and we're still kinda meh. We're right back in the zone. So I think
Uh,
fizzling now, I think they will close right in here towards the end of the day here today. So you just kinda if
oh,
you're in the long off that bounce, you just
I'm
kinda
just
watch
gonna
it.
call it. I think the day trading day is. I think it's been done for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think we got the best move here. I think this was the best. And now as you're tracing it, it could dink around here. I would be shocked if it took out the low at this point. There's not enough time left, only 19 minutes, and we've come this far up. So
Um, yeah, when you're done technically, I'm gonna continue talking
yeah,
commodities.
keep talking. Keep talking.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't see a trade that I like.
If you do, just pipe in and I'll shut up. Yeah, Blank, he doesn't care and he's not gonna care because his thesis is long term and he doesn't care about the short term and neither should he care about the short term. I don't care about the short term. I complain about gold going down because I have to write another covered call on gold assets to offset the loss. But what I want to do is pick up more gold and more silver at the lower price because I have a long-term thesis on both of those asset classes that I've been doing since silver was in the teens and gold was in the triple digits. So yeah, it's one of those things that you're not going to shake a gold bug off their long-term projection because their long-term projection is based on two things. The government will constantly borrow money from the central bank, and the central bank will be more than willing to print the money for the US government to borrow and increase our debt burden on the future. And as long as they continually do that, which is what the entire thesis is predicated on, then they do not care what happens in the short term. It's all based on the currency. It's honestly it really doesn't have anything to do with gold. Uh, I would say if you're buying one or the other from a commodity perspective on the infrastructure build out in the digital era, I do like silver more for that, but they both have utilizations. But I would definitely say silver has a more aggressive utilization on the infrastructure build out of the AI trade because you can't build data centers and chips without silver.
That's a great point. That
There's an
functionality and just
industrial
in terms of the
production
metal.
benefit on silver, maybe less than copper, but they both benefit from it. And gold as well too, but okay, so think about it like this, Blank. Of all your precious metals, you have gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. And Those are your 4 core. The only one that is quote unquote precious is gold. The others are more known for industrial utilization. So platinum, palladium, silver, for example, when EVs were all the rage and Americans were buying EVs and Tesla was going to the moon and all that, silver and platinum and palladium are used in that technology. And so one of the reasons why I do believe in silver ownership is because not just it's the 1B to the 1A of gold, which it certainly is that, but there is also an industrial component to silver that gold lacks to a certain extent. There's an industrial component to every metal out there, obviously, but it's a matter of how much is utilized. And when you're talking about the AI infrastructure build out that is all based on chips and data centers, the number one of the metal classes that would be there would be silver. And so silver has a very practical usage when it comes to the AI build out itself. The reason it went from 50 to 100 was because of the anticipation of the AI build out. You couldn't even acquire the actual physical for the spot price. Yeah, yeah, definitely. And honestly, these are things that I really like to study myself. And so if you have any questions down the road, just hit me up here in one of the streams.
Such a great conversation.
You got to have awesome conversations like this in between pattern development
Mhm,
because pattern development is boring.
mhm. Sometimes she's just dancing here, like we talked about, right in these ranges. It'll be interesting to we get a little pump here with the imbalances, but it's kind of right back in that range there where you could get chopped up a little bit after it had a good move, and now it's like just dancing.
Well, we need more silver. The demand equation is higher on silver. And I would agree with you that long term, that would probably be the case if it ever occurs. Obviously, we have demand kind of issues sometimes, but yeah, I would agree with that, Jayon. That's why, like last year, when people were trying to buy silver, you had to like literally, you had to pay like 20% above spot price just to even try to get on the list. There was too much demand and supply had got sucked up.
Yeah, it's not doing a ton here. 60K Bitcoin. Let's see. Should we pull that up really quick? See the large time frame on it. I get on my screen sharing. I don't know why Bitcoin does this crazy town in Trade C. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah.
The Wix at 0.
Yeah.
I've actually seen it on toss a couple times as well.
Yeah, it's like just a buggy situation. You go out to the weekly. So yeah, this is interesting here. It's angled down here. Another leg potentially.
It's a nasty break on Bitcoin. Like
Yeah, she rolled over here.
hunting a reversal in Ethereum, and it starts with a double bottom, but like these things could violate and go lower.
I don't know that this is giving me the best chart here. I guess this is
No, it's
weekly.
the daily chart on ETHA is basically 12 to 14, $12 support, 14 resistance. And we're working on the double bottom right now on it.
Hmm.
But oh, that was the oh man, they even made a movie about it there, MJ. Um
The brothers should trade
the
according to
Hunt
market.
brothers, was it the Hunt brothers? I don't want to look it up. I don't want to Google it.
Michael
It's on the
Saylor.
top of my tongue.
I don't know.
I just keep coming back to Hunt.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it was the Hunts. Yeah. Yeah, it was. It was. By the way, if you ever want to see the movie of that, go watch Trading Places. They basically play it out like that. But yeah, they cornered the market in the 70s and 80s and actually got busted up when they increased margin requirements in like 81 and 82. And the great silver boom faded. By the way, we're going through the third silver boom right now. The first one was in the late 70s, early 80s. The second one was in post subprime meltdown. The third one is currently going on right now.
Huh. All right, looks like imbalances are pumping it up.
There's that wick we talked about it creating on
Mhm.
imbalances there, Becky.
Mhm. Mhm, mhm, mhm. I think it could get up into here, right up into this highs here to close out. Got to be all locked in our green on those shorts.
I'll tell you, Becky, I thought we played that short pretty good on both the entry to the management to the stop loss to the, I thought
Yeah,
it was very good conversation. I hope the team enjoyed it. I know I did.
me too.
Mm.
And in our Discord, you guys, there's a section for trade review. If you guys want to post a chart, talk about how it's going and what trade you captured, hanging out with us. There's a spot for that if you're bored, if you want to. Thanks, Gabber.
Getting into that trend line you drew.
Yeah. Honestly, it makes kind of a logical sense for the target here because at this pivot here is the trend line from the entire day, basically. This fall right here is
Yeah.
that. We were looking for it earlier. It couldn't get there. Took out the low, and now it's coming back for it here. Make a lot of sense as a target. That's why I hope all traders that like really find a passion for it stick with it because the deeper you get, the more you understand the markets and what works and what doesn't, and how to draw things and what you expect to see at them and how to watch them and how to manage them. And it's just so beautiful. Like there's an art to trading that is harder to teach and more just develop based on who each person is and how they see the market, how they trade, who they get exposed to, what their experiences are on the charts, and then you just fine tune it. Like this could look crazy town to certain people, but to me it makes total sense. Like my fair value gaps are gray, my resistances are orange red, support levels that I think might hold are blue and green. And I like if we break out of the initial balance, are we going to retest it? If you retest it, is there momentum? Like it just grows over time. Like none of this was taught or cemented in my brain in the first year or even two, but then the more you start to just be active on your charts, you draw the things that you think might happen, what it might react to, where you're interested in seeing what happens, and then you just watch for it. Like this trend line was sick, and I didn't even know it necessarily at the time because I drew it up here, and then look how it just slid along it. Like clearly people are drawing that trend line, and so if you just practice by putting trend lines on your chart, you can start to see things too. So it's just a nod to like if you really have a passion and dedication and a risk management to stick it out in this game, just play with it, learn it, draw on your charts, and you can pick up a lot. I mean, I have a lot more to learn, but I just like how we all grow the more we're at our charts. All right, I nerded out for a minute.
Been doing this for 21 years, and I learn new things all the time.
Yeah, me too. Like I'm nowhere near 21 years, but I am still learning
It'll happen,
and
Becky, I promise.
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna be a 21-year
Yeah.
trader. I don't know.
Yeah, but the best traders, the best investors, the best lawyers, the best dentists, the best doctors, the best everything, they never stop education. They never stop the learning process. Whereas a lot of people feel like that ends the moment they graduate college, and that's
Mhm,
when it really begins.
mhm. Yeah, I agree. I think college just prepares you to at least step into the arena, but then you're going to start taking your hits big time after you start getting into the arena then. And so to constantly just learn from everything and get back up again and nurse your wounds and reset as many times as you need to.
Yep.
But as long as you're learning,
And I agree with Blank. The very second you say you've mastered something, the very moment somebody else gets better than you.
yeah.
Socrates was the smartest man in the history of mankind because he admitted he knew nothing. In fact, he
Mhm.
said to the Greek politicians, I am the smartest man in the world. And the Greek politicians said, blasphemous, and we're going to put you to death for that comment. And he said, no, I'm the smartest man in the world because I admit I know nothing. Knowledge, our thirst for knowledge and understanding should never cease. It should just that appetite should do nothing but get stronger and stronger
Mhm.
and stronger as the older you get. That's why as the older you get, you start thinking through wisdom and not just knowledge, because you never stop that knowledge, that acquisition of knowledge process. You should never stop it.
That is the spirit, Mary, about how you're 3 years in and you know you're going to make it big and keep at it. And I think what Matt's talking about is exactly what it looks like. Like constantly, you just have little aha moments that keep you in the game and keep you thirsting for more. And like you get this growth level and you understand a little bit more, and then you recognize there's more to learn, and it just keeps growing. And slowly through there, you can start leveraging up and trading in different ways and maybe adding another instrument. So it all just grows if you choose to have the growth mindset with it. And I'm only at year 5. So I don't have that much more to say, but I do think that that's been my experience. As the more I'm just open to receive information, I'm curious, I ask questions, I get in rooms that I feel like people are educating me and
Mhm.
supporting me, then I continue to just move on that upward trajectory. And it's not a straight line. It's got higher highs and higher lows. And so there's periods of, humbling moments. But I do think that continuously just being open to receive the lessons in those humbling moments is how you get to the next higher high in that.
Whether you're open to it or not, Becky, if you ever get to the point where it's pat myself on the back, me, I'm good, I know everything, is the very second the market will teach you extremely valuable lessons by ripping your face off. And so you always got to stay humble against the market, because think about your competition. Your competition isn't me. It's not my knowledge versus yours. That's not it. Your competition is you versus the market. And
Mhm.
so when you think about you versus the market, you're talking about the collective intelligence of the entire participants of the entire world that trades the US markets. And so, yeah, that thirst for knowledge, education, and an edge, that should not ever change, because the very second you stop learning, you give up your edge.
Yeah.
And when you don't have an edge, you have no trade.
Yeah. I completely agree. Just be open to growth. Open to growth always.
No, I'm just saying, don't call yourself the master of everything when in the financial world you're not that. There's too much information, there's too many systems, there's too many timelines, there's too much data, there's too many stocks, there's too many strategies, there's too many of everything. So the very second somebody tells me, who's been in this market for over 20 years, who can talk intelligently on every one of those systems, when I meet somebody who says I'm the master of something, I'm like, no, you're the master of nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think
Overconfidence.
you can ever acquire too much knowledge. I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah. I think constantly trying to strive to be better is where it's at. That's how you get the breakthroughs, is by recognizing that you
Full
aren't the
improvement
master
over
yet.
time.
Hunt. Yeah. Today's been fun. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us and taking this beautiful tray we got and talking about all
Oh,
the
you can
things.
be the master of your domain there, MJ. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You can be the master of your domain. You
Hmm.
just can't be the master of everybody else's domain.
Agreed. Will be so cool if this just kiss this trend line right here, right before we close. That'd be perfect. Come on, just get it, get it. It's not going to. I love it when my levels get hit. You guys are gonna. I get all. I'm like
I do. I like that too. I'm
every
like,
time.
yeah, I drew this level 4 hours ago, guys.
Mhm.
Yeah, look at me. Look at me.
Speaking of, You know,
That is
you have
great
to have a
power
level
hour.
of confidence in order to be a trader. You just have to. You have to have some confidence in your system in order to put risk on, but don't be overconfident. Yeah, the market
It
will
sounds
punch
like a
you straight in the
Megadeth
face.
quote.
Yeah. Oh, vodka took it deep. Come on, we're having a good day, vodka.
That's a good debate topic for a different channel there, Vodka.
It's true. We're out of time. Otherwise,
Oh, yeah, shocking. We're out of time. We can't debate the politics of the moment there. Oh, man. I'm so sad we can't get into
mashed
that.
it. Woo!
Maybe next time, Vodka. Maybe next time.
What a day. This was beautiful. Okay. Well,
Anyways,
thank you
Becky.
everyone for hanging out with us. This is a very fun power hour. I appreciate you, Matt, and all of the wonderful interaction from our team here at Blue Sky. Everyone, I'll let Matt say his words, but I hope everyone has an absolutely wonderful Wednesday evening.
Team, just thank you so much for hanging out with us today. If you love Blue Sky, you love the stream, you enjoy Power Hour, hit the like, hit the share, make a comment, tell somebody about it. Outside of that, I hope everybody has a blessed and wonderful rest of your day. And we'll be here tomorrow, same time, same channel. Got the lab tomorrow, starting 1 hour before Power Hour, got Power Hour right after. And obviously Mike in the morning, Justin, and all the other streams that happens before Becky and I get going here at later in the session during the day. But truly just have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Agreed. Take care, everyone.